I really need a haircut, bro. What is going on, everybody? I'm so back again with another video. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys know a lot about NBA Twitter, the craziness that happens over there. But have you guys ever looked on NBA Instagram? Instagram always has these crazy takes. The most outlandish things have been said on Instagram. On today's video, I'm gonna react to some of those things. This should be a fun one. So to keep the intro short, let's get right into it. So this is actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to react to some of these retooling posts I've been seeing on Instagram from League Rumors. If you guys haven't, please follow them. This should be fun. This should be fun. So let's just get right into it. All right, so there's no specific order for teams I'm going to go to. I might make this a two-parter, just depending on how this first video goes, how long it is. But either way, we're going to start off with the Atlanta Hawks, retooling the Atlanta Hawks. So they say right here, following Atlanta's, elimination from the playoffs, yada, 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 Trae Young needs help. I agree. I think the Hawks need more shot creation. We'll see what they do. So starting off with the first one, they're trading for Rudy Gobert. Okay. Rudy Gobert for Clint Capella, Kevin Huerter, and a 2024 first-round pick. My initial thoughts of this trade is like, it's kind of whatever trade. I feel like the Jazz can definitely get more for Rudy Gobert than Clint Capella, Kevin Huerter, and a 2024 first-round pick. And it's also like, what does this trade really do for you if you're the Jazz? I mean, this is essentially a retool. So I'm not really understanding the Jazz's point of view from this. I feel like at this point, you might as well just keep Rudy Gobert if all you're going to get from him is a worse center in Clint Capella. Kevin Huerter is okay, and then a 2024 first-round pick that probably will be in the 20s or the late teens. So I don't really understand this trade, to be honest. Okay. So in this trade, the Hawks received Malcolm Brogdon in the 2024 first-round pick. The Pacers received John Collins, and the Thunder received Bogdan Bogdanovic. So I'm not really like, if you're the Hawks, you should be able to get Malcolm Brogdon without, essentially gutting your roster and getting rid of your two best scorers. Also, Malcolm Brogdon is like, what, 29, 30? So again, this trade really doesn't make sense. I'm going to be honest with you. And then the last one they do is Jeremy Grant for Danilo Gallinari in the 2022 first-round pick. If this is all it takes to get Jeremy Grant, this is a steal for the Hawks. It'll definitely take more. But yeah, another like, why would the Pistons do this? And then in the draft, okay, look at that. I can finally agree on something. They take Jaden Hardy with their pick. I actually mocked Jaden Hardy to the Hawks here. Like I said, the Hawks just need more shot creation. And I feel like despite Jaden Hardy's poor play in the G League Ignite, he was playing with guys like Margin Beauchamp and Dyson Daniels. Both guys expected to be drafted in the first round. I mean, I feel like in an NBA system like Atlanta's, where he doesn't have to be the main ball handler sometimes, where he can just focus on being an off-ball threat, he'll succeed. And then off-season signings, Robert Covington, Tony Snell, Bismack. I mean, just in the rotation, guys. I like the Robert Covington one, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't he just sign an extension with the Clippers? So I don't really know how they're expected to get him. So this is the starting lineup. They have Trae Young, Malcolm Brogdon, DeAndre Hunter, Jeremy Grant, Rudy Gobert. Okay, so looking at it like this, you know what? I actually do like this starting lineup. I feel like you have the great balance of shot creation, defense, lethal shooting, and stuff like that. But I feel like this team has a cap on it, honestly. And then off the bench, I just doubt Sharif Cooper is going to get minutes for this team next year. Jaden Hardy, okay, Robert Covington, Nyeka Okongwu. I mean, the trades didn't really make sense, but if they can somehow pull this off and get a starting lineup like that, that's solid in my opinion. All right, we're moving on to the Los Angeles Lakers. After a disappointing season, they need to do some things, obviously. We're tooling the Lakers. Let's see what they do here. The first trade they make is Russell Westbrook, Taylor Horn Tucker, and a future first-round pick for Malcolm Brogdon and Buddy Hield. So I don't know why people keep throwing this trade out. This will not happen. I'm sorry. Unless the Indiana Pacers, I don't even understand the rationale by this. This just won't happen. Oh, the Lakers get Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, and a 2022 first-round pick for Anthony Davis. The Lakers received Jackson Hayes for Kendrick Nunn and a 2028 first-round pick. Okay. And they signed DeMarcus, Ricky Rubio, Derrick Jones Jr., and re-signed Malik Monk. So in this situation, the starting lineup is Zach LaVine, Malcolm Brogdon, LeBron, Patrick Williams, and DeMarcus Cousins. And off the bench, you have Ricky Rubio, Malik Monk, Buddy Hield, Derrick Jones Jr., and Jackson Hayes. Yeah, this is probably the worst one I've seen. Either way, let's do the Charlotte Hornets. Retooling the Charlotte Hornets. First trade they make. He loves Malcolm Brogdon, man. Jesus. Okay, Malcolm Brogdon and TJ Warren. for Gordon Hayward, James Bouknight, and 2028 first round pick. So for one, what? The Hornets aren't going to give up on James Bouknight after 1 year. He just didn't really get much opportunity to play. And like, I don't even think TJ Warren's a free agent. So how can he be traded? You know, like, what? Oh, okay. So the Hornets received James Wiseman and Moses Moody for Montrezl Harrell, PJ Washington, and 3 first-round picks. Okay. I'm not really understanding the rationale of this from either team. I'm going to be honest with you, because you look at it from like the Hornets side. James Wiseman hasn't played all year, and his rookie year, he wasn't all that good. So it's not like he's really shown high potential. So it's like you're trading 3 first-round picks and a young talent in PJ Washington for a guy who hasn't played all year, and Moses Moody, who was sitting on the Warriors bench a lot. I mean, what? You know what, from the Warriors point, yeah, I'd probably make this move to get a PJ Washington and 3 first-round picks for James Wiseman and Moses Moody. It's like, why would the Hornets do this? And then offseason signings: Nicholas Batum, DeLon Wright, Andre Drummond, and extend Miles Bridges. Just, you know, adding depth, some defense with Batum. You know, DeLon Wright is a solid defender and a nice backup point guard, and then Andre Drummond, you don't really fix the center position, I'm not gonna lie. So the starting lineup: LaMelo Ball, Malcolm Brogdon, Kelly Oubre, Miles Bridges, and James Wiseman, Terry Rozier, Moody, TJ Warren, Nicholas Batum, and Andre Drummond. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be so honest, I think this makes the Hornets worse. It definitely does. All right, the 76ers, let's see what they do here. Retooling the Sixers after another disappointing second-round loss. First move they make is trading for Bradley Beal, giving up Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and a 2024 first-round pick. So if this were to be a sign and trade, you wouldn't really have to give up Tyrese Maxey, for Bradley Beal. Tobias Harris and a first-round pick, I could see that. Sign and trades strictly revolve around the player. It's about where the player wants to go, and if both teams want to facilitate a sign and trade, so it's like, you're rarely going to have to give up a lot of assets to make a sign and trade work, unless you're looking to clear cap, which in this situation, I think this works. I'm not too sure if the Sixers are over the luxury tax or not, which can complicate things, but either way, I mean, okay, we got our first decent move here, guys. We got our first good one. Yeah, Maxey can be like the de facto 6-man, or they could look to move on from him, package him with somebody else, maybe to get a solidified player at the wing position, because Lord knows they need wing help desperately. Okay, the next one is they get Terrence Ross from Matisse Thybulle, Georges Niang, and Furkan Korkmaz. I can understand the rationale behind trading Matisse Thybulle, because even though he's an all-defensive player, despite playing like 20 minutes a game, there's a reason why he only plays like 20 minutes a game. He has 0 offensive game, and that really showed in the playoffs at times. There's only so much good you can do on defense, while having, kind of nothing to show for it on offense. And that can just really hinder, set plays and just the flow of the offense in general. And then talking about offseason signings, you get Dante DiVincenzo, you sign Andre Drummond. 3-year minimum is kind of a crazy deal, but either way, okay, cool. Aaron Holiday and Stanley Johnson. Aaron Holiday didn't do much this year, so I don't really understand why they'd pursue him. Neither did Dante DiVincenzo. But I like Stanley Johnson and Andre Drummond as signings. The starting lineup here would be James Harden, Bradley Beal, Terrence Ross, Paul Reed, and Joel Embiid. I'm fine with that. I actually really like B-Ball Paul. I think he'd be a great, starting power forward alongside Joel Embiid, with that weak side defensive help that he can provide and such like that. But the bench is just, I don't think Danny Green will be back. I mean, he's 35, 36, and he just tore his ACL. Paul Millsap, he's probably gone too. Andre Drummond, good backup, like I said. But in my situation, I look to keep Tyrese Maxey and maybe get another wing off the bench that's not Dante DiVincenzo, because he just all right, so that was a good one. Let's talk about the defending champions, or the defending champions of last year, because that'll change within the next week. Milwaukee Bucks. Personally, I don't really see what retooling they could do except just run it back and get healthy, but let's see what he has to say. All right, so we're already starting off crazy. The Bucks get Damian Lillard, the Trailblazers get De'Aaron Fox, Jordan Nwora, and a first-round pick, and the Kings receive Chris Middleton, Josh Hart, and 3 firsts. Okay, so this is a slam dunk move if you're the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, you're getting a superstar player in Damian Lillard. I don't understand how this makes much sense for the other two teams. I mean, looking at Portland, if they were going to trade Dame, they would have already traded him, and I'm more than certain you can get more than De'Aaron Fox and a first-round pick for Damian Lillard. And it's like the Kings, you know what? I'm not understanding how the Kings are the one ending up with 3 first-round picks in this situation and not the Trailblazers. But either way, this trade is so crazy for the Kings that I can honestly see it happening. If the Bucks could somehow pull this off, I mean, wow. Man. The Bucks get Royce O'Neal and Rudy Gay for Serge Ibaka, George Hill in 2 seconds. I like this trade. 3-and-D guy and Royce O'Neal, excuse me, and Rudy Gay can, you know, give you some more shot creation. And you're trading a guy, Serge Ibaka, who didn't play, George Hill, who didn't play much, in 2 seconds. I mean, when you're a title contender, those 2 seconds, who cares? Then off-season moves. They signed Dennis Schroeder and Nicholas Batum. Okay, I like those. I think those are 2 decent signings. So the starting lineup is Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, Royce O'Neal, Giannis, and Bobby Portis. I think Brook Lopez was starting the situation, but to each their own. And then off the bench, you got Dennis Schroeder, Grayson Allen, Rudy Gay, Nicholas Batum, and Brook Lopez. I mean, like I said, if they can somehow, someway get, you know, Damian Lillard while only giving up, you know, a couple firsts and Chris Middleton, go ahead and give whoever their GM or owner is. I forget his name. His name is passing my mind. Just give him the keys to the city immediately. Yeah, a lot of craziness from that one. A lot of craziness. Let me know which one you guys think was the wildest. I'm probably going to turn this into a series, you know, depending on how much you guys like this first episode or first video, whatever you want to call this one. Once again, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, share with your friends. But until my next video, I'm Amadou So. Y'all have a great day, man. Peace? I don't know. Just end the video.